It's first person. You can beat me, you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. You can beat me, you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. I'm at the 19th hole, fellowshipping with a few folks. My game was on, so I won by a few strokes. Cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and at the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies. We at the clubhouse for another episode. The shoes I wear when I play, they are retros. I got reach out in Pebble Beach.
It's been kind of cold here. This winter season, if we can call it, we don't really have a big change of weather. You know, like we don't have a change of seasons. But it's been a little chilly. It's been, you know, it got down to 39 degrees. Wow. And that's cold.
That's cold.
That's like in the evening times, right? Like afternoon?
No, like during the day. During the day, it was like 39, 40 degrees. Wow. That's so what part of I moved to California for.
So what part of Cali you in?
I used to live in LA. Now I used to live in the city of LA, but now I'm a little north. I'm in Santa Clarita. So I'm like 40 minutes outside. Are you guys familiar with LA?
Oh yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
My wife is from LA, and her family moved to Ontario and Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga. Okay, yeah. So I am up here by, I don't know if you guys know where Magic Mountain is.
Yeah,
that's where I am. I'm in Santa Clarita.
Okay.
I got family in, I guess it would be South LA. Gardena area.
Y'all lighting up cigars? What y'all smoking?
Oh yeah, man, that's what we do. We smoke cigars around here.
I love that. I know my man. Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Your name's Warren. Which one is Warren?
Right here.
Warren Hardy. And my man, what is your name?
Jay Reed.
Jay Reed. I don't know Warren, but I know that I've been talking to Jay over the interweb for the past year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fella, I'm digging what y'all are doing, man. I'm digging what y'all are putting down.
Man, I appreciate that. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off the right way. Welcome to the 19th hole. I'm your host, Warren Hardy. I got my partner in crime, the golfer bro himself, Jay Reed, and we got none other than let me make sure I get this right. Is it actor turned golf enthusiast, or have you always been the golf enthusiast? But nonetheless, Mr. Michael Ralph, aka Hackerish Golf. What's going on, fam?
Hey, it's fantastic. Thanks for having me, gentlemen. It is definitely actor turned golfer enthusiast. Because my handle is Hackerish. It's not Scratcherish. So when people see me and I come to some tournaments, they're like, "Oh man, you suck." I'm like, "Well, what do you expect from Hackerish? What do you expect, right?"
Yeah.
So I love the game of golf, man. My brother took me to the driving range 20 plus years ago, and he put a 7-iron in my hand. And after I missed it a few times, right, I swung and I was like, "Oh man, this is garbage." And then it connected, right? I connected and I actually felt the compression of the ball hit the face of the club. It went through the shaft into my arm and straight to my heart. And I have been chasing that little white ball ever since.
Man, so you say 20 years ago, that's going to be my next question. So 20 years ago, you put the club in your hand.
Right.
But, just through the years, because of work, life, the whole nine, you hadn't been playing consistently, right? Because like I said, you had a pretty successful acting career.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so, on that note, me growing up, I remember you. We're not going to talk about acting here, but I just want to make folks know, right? I remember you from like a different world. I remember
Yes, sir.
the Bernie Mac show.
Yes, sir.
That type stuff. So you had the career. So when was it in your mind where it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start diving into this golf world, you know, from playing more consistently to the time you said, okay, you know what? I want to get into branding, Hackerish Golf, and just launching that movement.
Yeah. So for me, that has been a short part of the, process, right? It's been only about maybe, I want to say 2 years that I've been really saying, okay, I want to do this thing. I want to have a YouTube channel. I want to share my love for the game of golf, because that's really what it is. I'm very passionate about the game, and I want to help try to, in my own little way, grow the game. Not all of us can play basketball and football present, right? So I say, okay, let's swing this golf club and let people understand that it's yes, it's been a good old boys club for years, right?
Yep.
And they have been trying to deny us access, but golf is for everyone. The problem that we're having is that two problems, really. We kind of see it, our people, the culture, see it as this, what used to be like this, sissy sport. I don't want to play that sport. It's golf, or it's boring. Golf is far from boring. It is one of the most challenging, exciting games that I've ever played in my life. Then there is the money. It's an elitist sport. But if we can help just introduce some of these kids to the game of golf, let's go to the inner cities. Let's go to, Compton. Let's go to Watts. Let's put a club in their hand. Let's give them a free clinic. Let's do that kind of thing. Put a club in their hand and see their excitement and see their joy and see if they like it. And let's help them play the game of golf.
That's a very valid point. You said that because, one of the things that Reed and I have been trying to do with different guests on the show, right? We've been blessed to have people of various careers within golf come on this show, right? So, playing the game is the introductory part, but there can be a career in this thing, even if you're not quote unquote on tour, right?
Absolutely.
There's the coaching, there's working behind the scenes from a management perspective. There's, if you go to school for something in agriculture, who knows? You could be managing the greens.
Absolutely.
That's a huge deal. And so I agree with you 100%, that broadening experience of the game where we haven't necessarily been privy to that.
Yeah.
Over the years, all we see is folks playing and knowing that an average of $60-$70 to go play around. Yeah.
I mean, some of the courses that I play, I'll be honest with you. I look at some of these green fees and I'm like, are y'all kidding me? And y'all do this in rotation, like from 6 o'clock in the morning to, in the summertime, it goes all the way till you can get a tee time up until about 4 o'clock. You know the kind of money these people are making? I mean, it's mind-boggling. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's mind-boggling. We're talking $200 a head with 4 players, every foursome going out. That's $800 a pop, dude, all day. I mean, yes, it's a lot of money to take care of the greens and all of that, but come on, man.
Yeah. And we can't even get the cartwheel.
You know what's up. You know what's up. Yeah. It's real. So, but I love the game, and I just want to share my love of the game.
No doubt. So when was Hackerish born? When did that? Why the name, and when did that kind of
because it's genius, man. That Hackerish,
it's catchy.
Yeah, I love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Hackerish was born. I played with a golfer. I'm from New York originally. And I go back home and I play courses like Bethpage Black, right? I played Bethpage Black one time, and it was in the rain and it was miserable. I don't know if y'all know about Bethpage Black. It is one of the hardest courses in the world, period. All right. It has more bunkers than I would like to count. And so I'm playing Bethpage, but I'm not playing the black that day. I'm playing the red. And this was about 4 years ago. First thing, I came out of a group called Golf Beef, right? Golf Beef was Red Grant and Big Percy. Big Percy would run with Snoop Dogg and that whole crew, right? So I used to play with them. And Golf Beef was a thing. And I thought Golf Beef was like genius. Golf Beef, like, so I'm a Jamaican too, right? So they used to do their videos with their American accent, yo, I'm Golf Beef. And I was like, yo, why don't I just, big up my Jamaicanisms and just talk about Golf Beef? I'm not going to mash them up. I'm not going to mash them up. Get to know on the golf course. I'm not going to kill them. So it started to become big. Like some of my videos, people were really, really catching on. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can join you guys and write some stuff, and maybe we could, make this thing bigger, make it a television show, whatever. I had ideas, and it didn't really work out with us. So they went and they did their thing. And I was like, well, okay, I got to come up with a name. What am I going to call it? And I used to say mash them up all the time. This is going to be the mash them up crew. But I was like, mash them up. That sounds stupid. So I didn't use that name. So I said, okay, what am I going to do? So I've been thinking. So I go to Bethpage and I'm playing the red, and I pull out of my pocket a red ball. On the red, I thought I was being cool, and actually it was being real stupid. But I'm playing and I'm hitting the ball, and I'm a hack. Right. So I'm every now and then I'm hitting a good shot. So I'm playing with this guy, Luis Salgado. I think his name is Luis Salgado. He used to play with Chichi Rodriguez. I don't know if you guys know Chichi Rodriguez, but Chichi used to be a baller. So this guy that I was playing with was a stick. And we get around to the turn of the 9th, 10th hole, and he says, Michael, can I curse on this? Is it like that? He said, all right. Because literally he said to me, Michael, don't come out here with no fucking red ball. That shit looks hackerish. And I said, ding, 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 ding. I was like, that's my name. So years go by. I'm trying to develop this thing, this hackerish thing. What is it going to be? And it ultimately evolves into really kind of a travel vlog. What I do right now, I share my love. What it is, I grow the game of golf one hack at a time. So I also introduce people to golf, but I also introduce them to some of the greatest golf courses in the world. So, like I said before, I'm not scratcherish, and I'm not a total hack. So I'm hackerish, right? You know what I'm saying? I can hit the ball. I have a decent game. I've broken 80 twice. So I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a total hack. I mean, but when cats come out there and I come out onto the first tee and I hit it 10 yards to the left, they're like, oh, all right, we see it.
But then the game picks up as the hole goes, as the round goes.
Absolutely. But the hardest thing that I'm finding right now is because I'm a one-man show. I used to roll with these guys called I still do. I roll with the Bogey Brothers, right? So the Bogey Brothers, they have each other. So when we're out there filming, one of them is on the camera and the other guy can concentrate on his game. And then the other guy's concentrating on his game. The other one's flying the drone. When I go out there, it's just me. So my concentration sometimes is all about trying to get the shot as opposed to trying to get the shot on the, with the golf club. I'm thinking about, oh, this is beautiful. Let's fly this drone over here. Can you stand over here? Let me put this tripod behind you so I can get the shot trace.
Man, I feel
and all of that.
I feel that.
But you know what I'm saying? All that takes you out of the.
Through that.
You don't.
I feel that 100%.
So,
because
some kind of stuff.
Because there have been times where we've played and we're so into the game. Like I'm Reed, how you feeling? Hey man, just I'm in my zone right now. I know we've been golfing long enough now. It's like I know when to leave him alone. He just
right.
you don't have to say nothing to me. So it's like,
yes.
Okay, cool. I'll back up, or he'll, we read each other very well, but then we're into the game so much, and then we get back to the clubhouse, and it's like, damn, we didn't take no videos, we didn't get no pictures,
yeah,
we didn't get nothing.
Yeah,
and we're partying.
I get it. Right.
He just played for his birthday. What's the name of the course?
Augusta Pines.
Augusta Pines, man. A lot of people come out, and nobody got any pictures or videos of any swings.
Are you serious? Wow. Okay.
I know. Yeah, so that's on us.
Y'all dropped the ball.
Yeah,
I got a couple, but it's not like what he's talking. It's not like with the group of us. You know what I mean? Like the fellas that we consider part of the 19th hole here in Houston.
Yeah.
We didn't get none of that.
Yeah.
We had a great time. We had fun. Great shots, couple of good hats. But like no,
a lot of good cigars, some good bourbon.
You had that.
You had a good time.
So I mean, I totally agree with you because we're in our second season now, so I can relate when it comes to just making sure we got that content to put out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this, man. I also want to say thank you because when I first reached out to you, via social media, man, the first thing you said was, man, I'd be more than happy to get with you guys to help grow the brand, right? With that, how important is it from just a personal standpoint for you to really dive in and grow this brand or grow that awareness?
It's extremely important to me. I mean, like I told you before, not all of us can play basketball and football. I think, for the culture, I think it's extremely, I tell you, I put it to you this way. I just came from the Jim Thorpe Invitational in Florida.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the Jim Thorpe has become my connection with him. He's become a mentor to me, not just a golf mentor, but he's become a life mentor. The things that he's been through, the struggles that he's been through. And I heard a statistic saying that back when he was playing and back when, Calvin Key, I also met Jim Dent. Back when Jim Dent and Calvin Peave and Lee Elders, when they were playing, there were way more black golfers on tour back then than there are now. I mean, you would think that with time, effort, and awareness of the game and Tiger Woods, that there would be more than just, one Harold Varner or, Kamayu Johnson out there trying to do it, or Willie Mack. There are those, they're coming up, but I mean, I think there should be way more black golfers on tour right now. Without a question, right? But it's not that way. So how do we get beyond that? I saw some of the most beautiful pictures, and I took a bunch of pictures over the weekend, fellas. Flew my drone over the driving range, and there was nothing but us out there.
Beautiful
and
sight.
It was a beautiful thing to see. And I'm there like saying, this is what it's all about. So I made sure that I had a bunch of interviews. I made sure that I got into people's head. I asked them a few questions, how they started. Usually it was like their parents or their grandparents, right?
Right.
What is it that you like about the game? Oh, it's the challenge. What are you getting from being here at the Jim Thorpe Invitational? And all of them collectively said it was seeing people who look like us out here swinging the club. I interviewed Amber Kirkendall. She's saying about how she loves the fact that she's out here with her sisters and brothers, and she just feels a vibe. And it was just amazing, man. So, I mean, we have the possibilities, right? I mean, we have the potential. We just need more awareness. And by all means, we need more money. We need to help some of these juniors and some of these professionals out here, because some of them can't get to, they can't get to some of the tournaments. They can't afford the entry fees. They can't play some of these golf courses. So it has become a world. It has become a dream for me to, share my love for the game of golf.
You about to say something, Bree?
No, man. I just I wasn't. I'm just listening to what he's saying, man. I'm kind of like in awe, and I want to see some of those pictures and some of those videos, man, because I can just only imagine. I can only imagine what that looked like.
Man,
yeah, it was beautiful. And children too. I saw this little 7-year-old girl. And oh my God, she won her division. Granted, she was the only one in her division, but when they went back to the stats against some of the boys, she was the only one to secure 2 eagles on her card. Wow. So it's not like you know what I'm saying? It's not like she was, okay, I'm the only one in mine, and that's why I won. No, she won because she had talent and she had skill.
How about that?
So how long have you been participating in that Jim Thorpe Invitational?
This was the inaugural.
Oh, I thought
this was the very first one. No, this was the very first one. And that's what he was like, you know what? It's time for me to give back. It's time for me. I want to see more of us out there playing golf.
I don't mind going out there tearing up some.
Yeah. Maybe next time we get out there with Hackerish.
Maybe get out there with you.
Yeah, hey, man. You know what y'all should do, man? Y'all should come meet me in Atlanta in April 11th for the Deuce Invitational.
When is your golf trip? April what?
Our golf trip is April 27th.
Where?
I'm going to get back with you on that. That's a possibility.
In Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Oh, man. Where y'all playing?
So I think Wednesday when we come in, we're playing a course by the airport called Wildcat, I believe. We're playing Stone Mountain, I believe, on Saturday. Playing another course called Chateau something. I know it's
Elan.
Chateau Elan. Yep, Chateau Elan.
Yeah, that's supposed to be beautiful.
Chateau Elan, and then Heritage Golf Links.
Okay, yeah, you got some nice golf. You got some nice golf set up. I played Stone Mountain once, but it threw me off because every time I looked up at that big old granite rock, bro, it just I was y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every time I looked up, I was like, whoa. All right.
Yeah.
But it's a great course.
Right. And then, so that's, like I said, that's April 27th through May 1st, I believe.
Okay.
We're actually going to
Big Cedar.
But that's in October. We should have invited you to that one.
We should link up, guys. I'll come out. I'll bring the cameras and the whole 9, and we'll cut it up. I'll bring some good cigars. We'll cut it up.
Now, we got the cigars. See, one thing is that myself and my business partner, we own a cigar lounge, which is where we're filming this podcast right now, called International House.
Oh, really?
Really. So I'm going to send you a gift pack of cigars, my brother. I got you.
Oh, man. I love International House of Stogie. You know what's, man, want to. There's a few cigar lounges that I want to frequent, right? But I ended up, and this is just, I'm taking a mean left right here. I ended up contracting something called.
Go ahead.
I ended up contracting something called coccidioidomycosis, which is pretty much I inhaled a spore. And since I was such a major, smoker, I used to smoke everything. Miss Jamaican man. So if it burned, I go smoke it, right? So, bruh, I ended up getting sick about 3 years ago. It was right after my mom had passed away. I was traveling back and forth from here to Jamaica, and I have 5 children. A stamina, right? So I had to bring all of them. I had to take all of them back and forth. Right. I wasn't going to do it one big thing because, some of my children are older and they had stuff to do. So I had to go back and forth. It was a group thing. So by the time it was all, done after we had, laid her to rest, I was exhausted. So I felt Thanksgiving 2018. I woke up in the morning like, oh, shit, what was that? I felt it right up in my lung, right up under my chest, right? And I thought I was having like a heart attack or something. First, I just thought it was, it was gas. And then I was like, all right, let me just try and roll over, stretch out, and roll over, go back to sleep. 4 hours later, 6 o'clock in the morning, I had to wake my wife up and be like, look, I need to go to emergency. She knew something was going on because I'm not us. We're not going to the emergency just for, something.
Right.
It was big, right? I was feeling this pain. I went, and this was right after Kim Porter had passed away from pneumonia. And I was on my way to the doctor, and to the hospital, and I told my wife, I said, watch this be pneumonia, and I'd be damned if it wasn't pneumonia, but it was fungal pneumonia. It wasn't, it wasn't like bacteria. It was a fungus eating its way through my lung. So I ended up in the hospital on my deathbed, man, for like 2 weeks, and it was not fun, right? And this was right before COVID and all of that. And so COVID it kind of trips me out. I don't want nothing to deal with no lung. I don't need no lung issues. So I stopped smoking everything else except for cigars. Because my cigars, I don't smoke all the time. Right. But I love the flavor of a good Connecticut. My favorite is a Cohiba Robusto. That's like my favorite of all time. Now I'm starting to get off into these Monte Cristos. I got an 1875 Reserve that has been my favorite. I went to the smoke shop the other day and I said, let me get them all. I took them all, bro. Yeah. I took them all, right? So I can't sit in a smoke shop. I can sit in a lounge because it's just, all the smoke, unless it has extremely good ventilation. But I'll sit out on the porch and I'll smoke some cigars with you guys, man, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
say less, man. We coming to Cali.
It's a vibe, isn't it? It really is. It's a vibe.
Yeah. Say less, man, because we're coming to Cali. You could believe that. We're gonna have to link up.
No, without a doubt. Y'all ain't getting rid of me now. You don't know what you done. You done fucked up. You done came into my life. I done met y'all. So now we're friends. We're friends for fucking life. All right?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. Let's
go. I'm gonna hold you.
I tell you, because seriously, right? Like golf is one of those things where you can meet some of the coolest people, man. Yeah. And I have formed lifelong relationships on the golf course. It's more than just finishing the 18 holes. Fact. It's how do we grow this thing? How do we spend more time playing golf, doing this kind of shit that we love doing?
Yeah.
As opposed to, going to fucking 9 to 5 bullshit job, fucking around with your coworkers and bullshit. Come on, man.
But that's honestly, man, you say that connection, because that's how we got close, right? I came into the lounge, me and my brother-in-law, when we first joined this lounge. He was always just a cool cat. Welcome in the young guys, man. Y'all come back to the lounge, smoke one, chill, meet the fellas, eat, drink. And then it was like, I said one day, man, I was playing golf or something like that. And they were like, oh, shit, you play? It was like, yeah.
Let's go.
And we just ain't look back. We ain't look back. No, you just, you exchange that number. Hey, man, I got a tee time. You want to play? Yeah, sure. Let's jump out there. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah, I do. My best friend is I have a couple of really good friends in my life, thank God. But my best friend out here in Hollywood is Brumman, Reggie Ballard. Okay. All right. So he's my cat. And that's how we really grew our relationship, was through golf. We had known each other for years. He did an episode of A Different World. First time I met him, we were at a PSA commercial audition. Neither one of us got it, but I was a gang member that took out one of his guys, and we were all at the funeral, and we were sitting around the coffin, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and we laughing, and then he just went like, because he's upset, right? He's the opposing gang member, so he just went, and he grabbed me by the neck, man, and literally I looked like this, and I looked at him, and I was like, I can't breathe. And we just, from that moment on, we been close. So we talked over the years, and then all of a sudden I walk on the set of Bernie Mac, and there he is. I didn't know he was gonna be there, and there he was. I was like, yo, my man, what's going on? And then we started talking about golf on the first day, right? Started talking about golf with Bernie, and Bernie plays and blah, 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 right? So he's like, yo, let's go play. We've been playing ever since 2001, and now it's 2022. So we've been playing golf for 20 plus years, bro.
Wow.
The game is amazing.
Look at that.
You think you could hang with me for 20 plus years?
No, bro. I'm struggling today.
My God. Man, so I want to know, like, so we asked this to everybody, man. What's in the bag? What are you hitting with? Let's go. Putter through driver. Let me hear it.
Putter. I got a TaylorMade Spider, right? And I got the Spider. I've had this Spider for about 4 years now, and it was dying on me. Then I sent it to my guy, Pro-Am Putters, and he refurbished the putter and he customized it. I get my Hackerish logo on it. I got my Jamaican flag on it. I got that. Not pitching wedge, chip, Ripcore, Cleveland. I love it. 60 degree. Pitching wedge to driver is Sim. I love the Sim. I just like the way they hit. They hit pretty pure. And I got hybrids from 5, 4, and 3 because I can't hit an iron. I have 5 hybrid, a 5 hybrid, 4 hybrid, and a 3 hybrid, and they're Sim as well. And then the driver is, Sim all the way. So that's what's in the bag.
Gotcha. So what would you say right now is probably, let me get 3 things that's part of your game that you really want to focus on.
My driver, man. My driver is suspect. It's just not, consistent. So that's one.
Yeah.
Number 2 is I'd like to hit the ball longer. So farther, I should say.
Yeah.
So I've been working on club head speed, right? And rotation. I'm older. I don't know, you guys, Warren, you said you grew up watching me on TV, so you already know I'm a little older, right? So my hips ain't as flexible as they used to be, and they don't get out the way as quickly as I would like them to.
Do you work out?
But I do. I do. I try to, but I need to do more because I'm older. I need to do more stretching. I need to be more flexible.
I tell all the guys, man. I tell all the guys, yoga. If you look for that flexibility, yoga.
My daughter is, check out, I know you guys are on IG. Check out Namaste Marley Ray. Namaste Marley Ray. Ray is R-A-E, right? But check out Namaste Marley Ray. That's my daughter. She is a certified yoga instructor. And when I tell you she is a beast, she is a beast. But I don't know. Old man Ralph just not, I don't know, man. But I do. You're right. I need to do more flexibility, more, stretching and yoga. You're right. Because I did a movie called Rebound. And it was an HBO movie with Don Cheadle, Eric LaSalle, and all of that, right? So we did Michael Beach. It was an amazing movie. There were so many people in that movie, right? But every morning, we had a yoga instructor come by. And I'd never been more flexible in my life and more just, feeling good, more in shape in my life, man.
Yeah.
Through yoga.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did it for 2 months, 2 months every morning. And then for whatever reason, I stopped.
So you said consistent on the driver.
Yes.
Said wanting to get more distance from your
more distance.
Number 3.
And I want to drain more putts.
And join the club.
Putting is putting is, and it's so funny because putting is, you use your putter the most out of any club out of your bag.
Yep.
Good. Ever. I mean, when do you hit a driver twice on a hole? You don't. Right. But you will hit your putter twice. You try to, you would like to. Sometimes you use it 4 times. You get on in regulation and you 4-putt.
Absolutely.
So we need to, and it's free. You ain't got it. You got some balls out of your bag and drop them, on the green, and you prat. I mean, but no, we want to go buy 100 range balls and hit a driver all goddamn day. We don't need that. Come on.
Drive for show. Let the big dog eat.
Let the big dog eat. That's it. Oh, girls love the long ball and all that bullshit. I want the money. I want drive for show, putt for dough.
That is.
Let's go. What I'd like to change my game, chipping, spend more time chipping and putting.
Right. I'm out there trying to give it everything I got. Tee it up. Let the big dog eat.
Let him eat. Let the dog eat. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
You end up with a 99 on your card.
There's been times we've been out playing. I'm trying to let him eat, and he'll be like, "Why did you hit a driver on that hole? Like there was no need."
298, 300-yard par 4.
There's no need.
All down the left side.
There's no need.
Right.
There's no need.
I'm like, you fuck the driver.
Let it eat.
That's the other thing, right? I mean, that's one of the wonderful things about the game is that you got to think. You literally have to think your way around a course. I spoke to a lot of professionals over the last weekend, and one of them was saying, first of all, it's a game against yourself. You're playing against yourself. As much as you're competing against your boys to have a low score, you really are playing against yourself. And then, secondly, you're playing against the course, right? That's a whole nother, in my videos, that's a whole nother character. The course is a whole nother character, right? Because no matter how many times you play a course, you could play that same course day after day after day. Your approach is going to be different for every hole. It's going to be depending on where that ball ends up. It's always going to be different depending on your lie, depending on the winds, depending on whatever it is. It's never the same thing. And then thirdly, you're playing against your boys. they come last. But for us, we want to immediately we walk on the first team. All right, how much we betting? All right, how much? Yeah, you go. How many strokes you gonna give me? All that bullshit, right?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. You gotta, and then that takes your mind where you're gone. You're not even thinking about what it is that you have to achieve and whatever challenges that you're coming up against. It's
absolutely, yeah.
I love.
I was a straight bogey golfer up until about a year and a half ago. It was hard for me to break 90. I just wouldn't do it. And a guy came on the show last year and gave us the best advice for me that I heard. He said that they play the hole backwards. And that just changed. So like if I hit a shot, it's like, what do I want? What do I want my approach shot to be? Right. Where do I want the approach shot to be? So that's how I kind of look at it. Now I shoot the 80s all the time. It's no problem. I've yet to break 80 yet, but it's on the way.
Yeah. So
it is.
With that, Reed, what would you say your three things you want to work on?
For me, I would say it's that, it's all a short game for me, man. My putting has got to improve. I average probably 2 point whatever puts, per round. So for me, it's putting, it's chipping and pitching and the approach shot. Because I can hit the ball. Me hitting the ball, I can hit the irons, but for some reason, my short game, I just don't have that touch around the green. I need to find it. Yeah.
For me, I would say number one is definitely mental for me. And Reed can attest to this. Like I have a very hard time staying consistent mentally around the golf. And what I mean by that is it's like I could come off a bogey or a par, and it's like the next hole I make double. And I'm like, God, fuck, I'm right. I don't want to say like the wheels have fallen off, but it's almost like it has. So now I'm putting more pressure on myself to like, okay, I got to par this hole. And then when that doesn't happen, I start to carry hole after hole after hole after hole instead of saying, you know what, man, let me just let it go. You had this was good. Tee shot was good. Approach shot was good. Carry that to the next hole. And then maybe, you may, par or even, bogey the hole, which is fine. So,
well, do you do that in your life? Do you do that in your life? Let's say you have a bad day. Do you carry that bad day on to the next day?
No, I don't. No.
See? Okay. Golf to me is the closest out of any sport that I've ever played. It's the closest correlation to life out of any sport that I've ever played. Right. If you're a cheater, you're gonna cheat on the golf course. If you're a cheater in life, you're gonna use the foot wedge. You're gonna be that guy, right? If you're a kind of guy who can block all of the nonsense out and really concentrate on your game and focus, you're usually gonna do that for your golf game. You're usually gonna focus from number 1 hole to 18, right? You can do that. So I say to you, practice if you don't do that in your regular life, then why do you do that in your golf course? I think those are some of the questions that you might need to ask yourself.
Learn something new every day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Second thing,
absolutely.
Second thing I need to work on is just more consistent approach shots, because I can hit my irons fairly decent, but it's like I'm giving that stroke away when I'm not hitting that approach shot, whether it be 150, 140, whatever the case may be. And then lastly is chipping. I want to be able to get up and down without blading it or missing the chip or that chip shot is too far away. Now I may have to 3-putt instead of staying within my 2-putt range. I want to be able to get up and down consistently.
Do you practice?
Yes, the chipping and putting I practice. Chipping and putting I practice. Chipping and putting I do practice. I mean, I could just be in the house just working on that form, just stand back, wrist forward. Right. I do that all day.
Okay.
But as far as practice, like going to the range, hitting that iron, the driver, nah. I need to do more of that.
Yeah. That's my issue for sure. Is I just don't have the time. You know, I mean, I got remarried and I got 2 small kids. I got an 8 and a 5-year-old, and they're all about, all their sports. Like, my 5-year-old likes to play golf. And we've been, going out and doing that. Yeah, and he's a beast, man. He's a beast. So he drains long putts, he hits it, but we don't go out consistently because of my time. So we're gonna change all that, and I'm gonna go from hackerish to scratcherish in no time. Whenever first time y'all see me, time we play, I'm gonna be scratcherish. Okay?
I was just going to say that. I want to be there. We want to be there when you make the transition. So when the camera's rolling, I want to look right into it and say, "Hey, I was here." He just went from hackerish to scratches.
Yeah. That's right.
And then I want to show the card.
Yes. I think we have me, Brumman, and you two. I think would be a phenomenal golf outing, man. I really do. I think we need to put that together because my man Brumman is from Galveston.
Is he really?
Word.
He's from Galveston. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got a couple of buddies from this guy named Kenneth Burney, Par 3 Boys Golf. You need to check them guys out. They're from Houston.
Okay.
I got some Texas people, yo.
Okay.
Right. Let's do it, man. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it.
Let's make it happen. Yeah. Let's be about it.
Man, we're just about at time, man. I really do value you coming on, sharing your experiences, and just helping us. We help you, vice versa, man. I wanna share. I want to collab. I want to grow the game, grow the awareness, however we can.
Absolutely.
We always say, everybody eats, man. We got a circle here, man. That's just so phenomenal. When somebody's doing something, we all get behind that individual. And I want us to do the same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I said I wasn't going to talk too much about the acting because this is about golf, but it's burning up, and I have to. How was it to be around the late great Bernie Mac, especially you said golf together?
Bernie was one of the most welcoming, honest, approachable human beings that you would ever meet in your life. When I booked the show, Kalita Smith and I who played Bernie's wife, we were friends before the show. So she said, "Come on, you got on set. You got to come meet Bernie." So we went to Bernie's dressing room, and Kalita says, "Hey, this is Michael Ralph. This is Bernie Mac." And Bernie says, "Yeah, I heard you was clever. I heard you funny. You're funny. Okay, we gonna see." And I said, "Damn, okay, all right, nice to meet you too, Bernie." But you get on set with Bernie, and he makes you feel so comfortable, and he makes you feel so free that some people don't want you to be. I've worked with some people who don't want you to be funnier than them. You get on set and they're like, "Yeah, nah, they go to their producers and be like, "Yeah, let's take that joke out. He's too funny, whatever." And I'm like, okay, I know who I'm dealing with. Bernie wasn't like that. He said, Bernie said to me, if you think you can be funnier than me, then you go ahead, you do whatever it is you can. And I was doing one episode called Kelly's Heroes, and Bernie, and I got him. I was doing something and I got him, and they used it. Bernie looked at me and he was like, he had to hold the laugh, you know what I mean? He had to hold it in, and I was like, I got it. So, yeah, you know what I mean? So he was such a joy to work with, man. So the stories that he had, I'll come back on the show if you guys invite me back, man, and we'll talk Bernie Mac and we'll talk Bernie stories.
Sure. Or you could just save those. Or you could just save those for the golf course. You could just save those.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, because I golfed with Bernie, and I got a hilarious joke about me and Bro Man with him on the golf course.
No doubt. Man, Reezy, you got anything else, man?
Man, I wanted to ask him about the Bogey Brothers, but we'll save that. I want to know which one of those guys is the better golfer, but we'll save it. We'll save that for next time.
They're both bums. They're both of them. Tupac Shakur and Bogey Smalls, they're bums. But I love them. They're my brothers. I love them.
No doubt.
They help me grow my, just like, we're collabing right here. They reached out to me and they were like, "Yo, bro, let's collab, let's do some things," and they've helped me immensely. So big up to the Bogey Brothers.
We'll say less, man. We got to get them on the show then. Say less, man.
Sure,
Mike, Mr. Ralph, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
This will not be the last time. You have my word.
Absolutely.
On that.
Hats off to you guys too. Hats off to you guys, man.
We're signing out. Again, I'm the host. I'm your host with the most, Warren Hardy, Jeezy, my partner in crime, the golfer bro himself, Mr. Michael Ralph, a.k.a. Hackerish Golf, soon to be Scratcherish. Man, thanks a lot, and we'll be in touch. I have your number.
Absolutely. Please keep in touch. Thank you guys for everything. Let's grow this game.
You can beat me, you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. I'm at the 19th hole, fellowshipping with a few folks. My game was on, so I won by a few strokes. Cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and let the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies. We at the clubhouse for another episode. The shoes I wear when I play, they are retros. I got reach out in Pebble Beach. Fine cigars and some leather seats, and you can let us be. You can meet me at the 19th hole, or you can beat me there. Long as you know you gon' see me there. A golf podcast for us. You can zoom in. You know where we'll be. Won't you tune in? Meaning you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. You can beat me or you can beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole.